And we are live. Hello, everybody, and welcome to the 2020 TMG Short Track Shootout live from the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. Currently underway in practice with just about 10 minutes remaining in the session, with Benjamin A. Walker currently on top of the board with a 20.866, followed by Blake Mcgilvery with a 20.922. Those two currently looking like the fastest in the race so far. For tonight's race, we have 165 laps of short track racing action. That'll be just over an hour of racing before this race finishes up, and we'll send you off to the NASCAR Xfinity Series race from Talladega. Following Blake Mcgilvery on the board is my time that I said a little bit earlier on in practice, but I'm not going to be racing tonight. Behind them is Jacob Corley and Jake Carter. Travis Breitschoff not racing in tonight's event, but still went out to set a lap with a 21.792. And in 5th place, the number 10 of Rafael Ruiz. Only 5 cars showing up for tonight's event, but it's a short track, so that's probably a good thing. We'll go ahead and bring up scoring here in just a moment. All right, there you go. Scoring is on the board. So the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park is a very unique racetrack. It's almost like Martinsville, but a lot more worn out and a lot more bumpy, and in the turns it's a lot more banked. One of the most interesting parts of this racetrack is the way that the turns, they kind of level out at the top. Right before you hit the wall, there's kind of this flat area, and if you get up there in the wrong way, then you're going to be going straight to the wall, which means that if you get too high up in the turns, you are going to go basically right into the outside wall. The cars that we're driving here today, the 2012 Nationwide Impalas, very sensitive when you get back on the gas. They're very touchy. You got to be very smooth when you're getting to the throttle, and that should lead to a lot of good racing tonight. Also of note for tonight's event, drivers in Connor's Late Model Touring Series do have a bounty on them if they chose to race in tonight's event. Only one of them did. Jake J. Carter in the number 5 will be competing for the bounty. The bounty, if you are racing in Connor's Late Model Touring Series and win this event, is 15 extra points for that league. Jake Carter currently 4th on the board. Doesn't look like he's going to be too competitive tonight, but then again, it's only practice, and practice is only half the battle. Still on top of the board is the number 27 of Benjamin Walker. We'll go ahead and see if we can find him now. There he is on pit road. In the number 27 Ream and Menards Chevrolet Impala. Second fastest driver on the board right now is Blake Mcgilvery in the number 20 Rockstar Energy Impala, right now going down the front straightaway. Another interesting part about Thompson, there's no catch fence basically anywhere on the racetrack. So, well, there is on the back straightaway, but other than that, there really isn't much of a catch fence, which means you can hop the fence if you try hard enough. I don't know why anybody would want to do that, but there are some people who probably will. Right there, you can see through the turns how it kind of levels out at the top. You'll be able to see it once again as Mcgilvery goes through turns 1 and 2. Not sure if we can get a good angle of it, but you can kind of see here in this long shot that the turns level out quite a bit. So if you get too high up in the corner, you are not going to have a good time. Sparks flying as Mcgilvery gets into the wall down the back straightaway. Not too much to talk about here in the pre-race show, so we'll head back over to YouTube, see what people are talking about. Not much. All right, let's spice up the pre-race show a little bit more because there isn't too much to talk about. Racing driver Benjamin Walker, currently at the top of the board, would like an interview, so we're going to go ahead and do that if we can find the Discord channel. If I can find the Discord channel. All right, here we go. Actually, we're gonna do this 1 second. Let's cut away for a second here. All right, back live here on TMG. Joining us here in the broadcast booth is racing driver Benjamin A. Walker, who is currently at the top of the board with a 28.66. How is it out there? How's the competition tonight?
Well, I think the number 20 will be my most competition. I've looked at the results. It seems like me and him are pretty much the only ones there. But if it's like a caution fest. Sorry. If it's a caution.
There's kind of a lot of, maybe you should, could you move it a little bit away from your mouth, because there's a lot of like noise coming through it.
Okay. There we go. If we get a caution, probably it's just guaranteed pit, because those rear tires, it's kind of like F1. If you wear those rear tires, you're gonna spin. But if you, it'll be the right front and the rear tires that get the most wear.
That's one thing I noticed, that coming out of the turns, these drivers look very unstable. They're getting very loose. So how has your experience been so far in practice with kind of trying to handle that oversteer?
Well, I was actually testing, but it was in the daytime. The day before that, yesterday I was just getting set up all for practice. But it's like when you're coming into the turn, you want to, I tried changing the brake bias, but apparently you can't change it with these cars, so maybe iRacing can do that, change the brake bias.
All right, so before you head down to qualifying, which is going to start in just 4 minutes here, really any final thoughts before we get going?
I'm wishing everyone good luck in the race.
All right, that was Benjamin Walker joining us here in the broadcast booth. Benjamin, I wish you good luck in the race tonight. We're going to cut away here, but don't worry, we will be right back with qualifying here at the TMG Short Track Shootout. Don't go anywhere. NASCAR and TMG will be right back. And we are back live here on TMG. Practice just about to wrap up here at the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. 3 minutes left as these drivers continue to get everything they can out of their race cars. Benjamin Walker still at the top of the board with a 20.866, followed by Blake Mcgilvery as we continue practice here at the TMG Short Track Shootout. Cautions tonight are being manually called by race control member Luke Breitschoff. He will be in race control, and we have a last-minute entry. Shannon Carter in the number 84 joining at the last minute as the, I'm going to say that's going to be the 6th entry, making up 6 cars in the race. Very good. Only 2 minutes left of practice here at the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park under the lights for the TMG Short Track Shootout. Sorry, I don't really have too much to talk about because literally nothing has been happening. It's just practice. You can only talk about so much with practice. But luckily, practice is just about to wrap up. Only 1 minute left on the clock before we head on over to qualifying to see who is going to be able to score the pole position. You can see drivers locking up as they head into the turns. It's a tough racetrack here at Thompson. I told you guys it's very bumpy, very hard to navigate. When I was testing out this track with this car, it's certainly not easy. It's going to take a great degree of skill to get around here, but Benjamin Walker has been handling it just fine. Oh, he's locking up going down the back straightaway. I'm guessing that was intentional. Practice almost over. I have a feeling that's why everybody is heading to pit road. Don't go anywhere because we will be right back with qualifying. Back live here on TMG for qualifying for the TMG short track shootout. Currently watching Benjamin Walker, fastest in practice. We'll see if he can repeat that in qualifying to try and score the pole position here at the short track shootout. Reminder, a bit of a bounty going on with Jake Carter really being the only one in contention for it. If Jake Carter is able to win the race, he will receive 15 extra points in Connor's late model touring series, and as well as the $30 iRacing credit prize you get from winning this race. As another reminder about this race, 30 iRacing credits goes to whoever is able to cross the line first after 165 laps of short track racing action. Jake Carter currently going to the top of the board with a 21-2, but gets knocked off by Jacob Corley with a 21-207. See if we can actually focus on anybody here. Yeah, I don't think iRacing actually lets you focus on drivers during qualifying, so that's not going to be able to happen. But we can do our best here. Let's switch on over to Travis Breitschoff, and everything will load up once again. Jacob Corley back to the top of the board with a 29.95. Jake Carter not able to improve Benjamin Walker's first lap at a 31.341. Shannon Carter with a 22.0, and Rafael Ruiz with a 22.378. Blake Mcgilvery, one of the only drivers who has not yet made laps. Carter's time goes up to a 21.679, still not enough to advance him up to the top of the board. Still Jacob Corley with a 29.95. Doesn't look like Benjamin Walker could improve on his time. Neither could Shannon Carter or Jake Carter. So now it's all down to Blake Mcgilvery to try and knock off Jacob Corley from the top of the board here in qualifying. Let's go ahead and switch over to him. Still yet to complete a lap as we continue qualifying here at Thompson. Nothing yet out of Blake Mcgilvery. Still 2 minutes left in qualifying, only a 20-second lap, so we should be able to do that pretty quickly. He's just got to get underway here, see if he can knock off Jacob Corley from the top of the board. Everything's static as it stands, hanging in the balance. It's just up to Blake Mcgilvery now, see if he can knock anybody off the top. Nobody yet. Still 2 minutes remaining. He still has a chance. He's going to wait until the last possible moment to go out for some qualifying laps, it looks like. Or he's just not going to qualify at all. Both his laps may have been invalidated. It doesn't look like he's completed one yet. I don't know if Mcgilvery is going to go out for a qualifying lap. He will not. Jacob Corley maintains at the top of the board, and he will line up first for the race in the number 6 Furniture Row Chevrolet. Benjamin Walker, fastest in practice, only able to line up third. One driver, I remember, was asking for an interview. See if we can find who that was. Can't really find who they are, so no interviews before we get into the race. Jacob Corley lines up from the pole position on the inside lane, still waiting on Jake Carter to line. Well, actually, I think Jake Carter's still not on the outside. So now we're just waiting for the outside lane to line up. Well, we have all 5 drivers in the race on the grid. So I'm not really sure why some of them are shuffled to the inside. There we go. There's Jake Carter lining up on the outside. All right, there is your field for tonight's event. Let's go through the starting lineup. On pole for tonight is Jacob Corley lining up in the number 1 position in the number 6 Furniture Row Chevrolet Impala. In second, Jake Carter in the number 5. Third, Benjamin Walker in the 27. Fourth, Shannon Carter in the 84 in the other Furniture Row Racing Chevrolet Impala. Fifth place, Rafael Ruiz. And rounding out the field in 7th, who did not complete a qualifying lap, Blake Mcgilvery. Pace truck will lead us off for tonight as we get set to go racing here in Thompson for 165 laps. Pace truck is off for the first of 2 pace laps. Hopefully this start can be pretty clean. There's your top 2 right there. As a reminder, Jake Carter does have a bounty. If he wins this race, he will receive 15 extra points in Connor's Late Model Touring Series. I actually raced against Jake Carter a few nights ago at this same racetrack in Connor's Late Model Touring Series. He is a fast driver. He was able to score the pole, actually drove away for the first few laps. I was able to reel him back in and take back the lead, but Jake Carter is certainly one of the faster drivers in the field tonight with a lot of experience here at Thompson. If he is able to get the win, then he will be able to walk away with not only 30 iRacing credits, but 15 extra points in Connor's Late Model Touring Series. So here we go. Pace truck is going to go down the back straightaway, and we will go racing once the pace truck pulls off and we come to the green flag here at Thompson. Should be in for a good one. 165 laps of short track racing action. They're scoring. Off turn number 4, Jake Carter is going to lead the field to green alongside Jacob Corley as we go racing in the TMG short track shootout. There's the call from the spotters, and we are underway racing at Thompson. And then already into the wall goes Jake Carter. Into the outside wall down the front straightaway is going to give the lead to Jacob Corley, followed by Benjamin Walker for lap 1 of 165. Contact, Shannon Carter locks up going into turns 3 and 4, leaves the door open for Jake Carter on the inside, nothing there. Down the front straightaway for the first time tonight, Jacob Corley is going to lead lap 1. Second time tonight, down the back straightaway, Jacob Corley continuing to pull away from the field. Benjamin Walker in second, trying to run him back down. Here's a pretty cool shot as they come down the front straightaway, that 27 car with a little bit of rear end damage. They go back towards turn 1. And wide goes the 6 of Jacob Corley. Benjamin Walker finds an opportunity to go down the inside, side by side as they go down the back and towards turn 3. Benjamin Walker all the way on the inside, though that's not going to help his run off the corner. Jacob Corley able to hold on the outside and clear back for the race lead as they go back towards turn 1. Corley, though, he's driving it in really deep. He's going wide on exit, and that's going to give Benjamin Walker a run down the inside. Side by side for the race lead. Lock up out of the 27. Corley goes wide. Walker going down the inside. This battle for the lead continuing side by side on lap 7. Corley still in front, but not by much. Side by side. Through 1 and 2, a little bit of contact. Jacob Corley able to hold on. What a race we got going on early on. Into the outside wall goes Shannon Carter. Maybe a bit of a bump from Jake Carter down the front straightaway. Not sure if they're related. I probably should know that at this point. The battle for the lead is quieted down just a little bit. Benjamin Walker falling back a little bit to the 6 of Jacob Corley. Slow car on the front straightaway. That's the 10 of Rafael Ruiz. He got into the outside wall. He continues to get into the outside wall. Not sure what happened to him. That might interrupt the battle for the lead that's going into turn 1. Corley, the leader, Benjamin Walker, trying to get a nice swing off the corner to get to the race lead, but cannot do it. Back towards turn 3 and 4. Lock up out of the 6 is going to open up an avenue down the inside, but Rafael Ruiz coming down the track nearly got into the leaders. But he was able to get out of the way. Jacob Corley continuing to pull away with the lead. Very impressive by Jacob Corley so far. I would have figured that Benjamin Walker was going to dominate tonight. He locks up Benjamin Walker into the outside wall, but it looks like Corley made a similar mistake. Getting out of the braking, that's going to be an issue. We're going to see it quite a bit tonight. Battle behind, that's the 20 of Blake Mcgilvery and the 84 of Shannon Carter battling for the 4th position. Mcgilvery trying to get to the bumper. They're going to go really close to each other down to turn number 3. This battle quite a bit quieter than the battle for the lead. Bit of an opening down the inside, but nothing there. There is your race leader, not your race leader, your second place driver, Benjamin Walker. Jacob Corley, your race leader, continuing to pull away here at Thompson. On pit road is the 10 of Rafael Ruiz. I don't know if he has a black flag. But right now he is on pit road either to serve repairs or to serve a penalty. Gap now to the leader, 1.1 seconds as Jake Carter goes down the inside of Benjamin Walker for that 2nd position, but cannot make it work. No change in position. Come to lap 13 of 165. You can see the bumps as they go into turn number 3 out of Jake Carter. It's a really bumpy racetrack here, and the driver who was able to manage it the most is going to come away with the win. Take a look at Benjamin Walker's brakes as they go towards turn number 3. You're going to see those brake rotors glowing heavily. These drivers really have to use up a lot of their brakes. I think it was happening more out of the 6 of Jacob Corley. We're going to see if we can monitor that as he goes back towards turn number 1. Yeah, really bright red brakes as they go through the corners. Battle for 2nd, Jake Carter gaining on Benjamin Walker. Got a little bit loose coming out of 2 though, so he was not able to make that gain. Meanwhile, at the front of the field, the gap has come down once again. Now it's down at 0.4 of a second. Oh, but Walker gets really loose off turn number 4. He's able to hold on to it. Great save by Benjamin Walker. Rafael Ruiz has now gone 4 laps down, but is back out onto the racetrack. Meanwhile, battle for the lead heating up. Benjamin Walker is gaining on Jacob Corley. Trying to find a good camera angle here. There we go. On board with the 27 of Benjamin Walker. You can see the hands just swirling around as they come out of the corners. Really trying to correct that oversteer. The pace has slowed down tremendously here at Thompson. The battle for the lead is heating up. Benjamin Walker getting much closer to Corley. I think Walker's has a pretty good long-run car. You heard that in the pre-race interview where he really had a good understanding of how he was going to make this car work on the long run. He didn't want to burn up the rear tires. Well, it may have paid off for him because he is gaining on your race leader. Oh, but he gets really loose coming out of turn 2. He's able to hold on. Great save by Benjamin Walker. He is still going after the race leader. This battle is getting really fun at the front of the field. Meanwhile, a bit of a surprise coming out of the 20 of Blake Mcgilvery. We heard Benjamin Walker. Meanwhile, oh, never mind. We're going to interrupt that because Benjamin Walker is going for the lead on the outside of Jacob Corley. Corley's going to slide up and leave an avenue for Walker to go down the inside, but he bumped off the curb and could not take it. Back to what I was saying before, a little bit of a surprise here that the 20 is quite off the pace. You heard it in the pre-race interview. Benjamin Walker anticipated he was going to be his biggest rival. I don't think anybody anticipated Jacob Corley was going to be able to get up there and challenge for the race lead and maybe the win. Well, Jacob Corley is doing just that. It's quite hard to pass here at Thompson. I think Benjamin Walker is showing that so far, because he has not been able to make much progress getting around the 6 of Corley. Might have to use the bumper in a minute. Down the back straightaway they go. Benjamin Walker hot on the toes, or hot on the heels of Jacob Corley. Oh, this is going to get close coming off turn 4. Nearly swiped across the bumper, but could not make it work. Oh, here he goes again. Trying to get a run to the outside. That black tarmac right there in the middle of the turn. It's one of the smoother parts of the turn. We'll see if Walker makes the bump down in 3, makes a dive. Nothing yet. He's going to have a nice run off the corner. Battle for the lead continuing. Jacob Corley doing an incredible job holding on to the lead. Walker's getting close, though. They're inching up on the lap car of Rafael Ruiz. Nose to tail, going towards turn number 3. This battle closer than ever. Benjamin Walker getting loose, coming out of turn number 4. This is great racing for the lead. We're only on lap 23, too. Oh, Walker's there. He is all over the bumper as they come through turns 1 and 2. Down the back straightaway once again. Rafael Ruiz going to get in the way as they go towards turn 3. Ruiz into the wall. That's going to hold up the 6. Ruiz into the wall again. I thought Walker was going to maybe take it 3 wide, but he didn't. Now they're all stuck behind Rafael. Car around. Jacob Corley right in front of the field. Into the outside wall he goes. Will this bring out the caution? It does not, but Jacob Corley loses all the ground he gained, and they are still stuck behind Rafael Ruiz.
The yellow flag is out.
The caution now comes out as Ruiz gets into the outside wall and nearly takes out Mcgilvery. Into the outside wall goes Walker, but trouble for Rafael Ruiz, as he will bring out the first caution of the night. I don't know if that's what it was for, or if it was for the spin of Jacob Corley and it was just a bit of a delayed yellow. Not sure if any penalties are going to come of that. Into the pit lane goes Benjamin Walker, most drivers electing to come down pit road. So drama here on the racetrack, and all because of the lapped cars. I do think Ruiz may have been disqualified from the race. We'll take a look at the race off pit road. Jake Carter with the most favorable box here. Mcgilvery had to back up to get into his box. Jake Corley is actually going to have the most favorable box, but he is quite a bit down on everybody else. Benjamin Walker out of pit road, the leader. In second is going to be Jake Carter. Let's take a look at a replay to see what happened to bring out this caution. So here for the replay, and I'm assuming it was this that brought out the yellow flag. You can see drivers in the chat not happy with Rafael Ruiz. Going into turn number 1, Jacob Corley is your race leader, and Ruiz drives it in, gets to the quarter panel, and spins out the 6. Benjamin Walker kind of caught behind it, doesn't really have anywhere to go, and gets into the 6 as well. Jake Carter thought he could make a run at the lead, but he just wasn't there in time. Corley able to save it. But then something else happened, and Rafael Ruiz spun around again. He just spun in on his own down the front straightaway. Oh, I don't know what that was about, but Rafael Ruiz just spun in on his own. He has left the race. Oh, and he gets plowed into by Jacob Corley. Ruiz has left the race, and probably for good measure, too. I don't really know why he was doing that. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back with live coverage. Alright, back live here on TMG. Shannon Carter has been waved around the pace car. Looks like we are ready to go back racing here at Thompson. They are double file going down the back straightaway. And I think that means we are ready to go back going. To everybody in the chat, yes, Rafael Ruiz has been eliminated from the race for quite obvious reasons. If we do another event next month, he's probably not going to be let back in. Back to the green flag. Benjamin Walker leads him back down. We are back underway at the short track shootout. Towards turn 1, Benjamin Walker for the first time today is going to get away as the race leader, but don't count out Jake Carter. He is there as well. Blake Mcgilvery in contention as well as Walker locks up going into turn number 3. Mcgilvery trying to take advantage by going down the inside, but couldn't take it. Now Jacob Corley going to look for third. Nothing there. A little bit of contact. And around goes the 20 of Blake Mcgilvery. Towards the outside wall. Will it trigger a caution? It doesn't look like it will. Jake Carter in second, trying to go for the lead on Benjamin Walker. Remember, Carter is the driver that has a bounty on tonight. 15 points for his league on the line. He made a dive in 1 and 2, but could not take away the lead. We'll take a quick update here on the 20 of Blake Mcgilvery. He is currently on the back straightaway. That definitely looked like a racing incident more than anything else after contact with the 6 of Jacob Corley. Let's take a look at a replay to see what made him spin around. So here's a replay going down towards turn number 1. Yep, just the 6 getting really aggressive. Unfortunately, overdrives turn 1, gets into the 20, and around he goes, bringing out the caution. Or not the caution, sorry, it didn't bring out the caution. Jacob Corley has been given a warning in chat. The next time that happens, it will be a drive-through penalty. But as of now, no penalties served towards the driver of the number 6. Benjamin Walker continuing to drive away from the field here at Thompson. Doesn't look like anybody's really able to challenge him. Pretty calm around the racetrack right now. Field relatively spread out after that spin. Benjamin Walker, though, looking smooth as ever and continuing to drive away from the field. Meanwhile, Blake Mcgilvery and Shannon Carter in a little bit of a battle towards turn number 3. This battle not for position as Blake Mcgilvery... no, this battle is for position. Never mind. So this battle is for the 4th position on the racetrack. Still things relatively quieted down here at Thompson. Both drivers overdriving the turn. No battle for the race lead. Benjamin Walker continuing to pull away from the field. This is something I noticed when I was racing at Thompson too, is that I'm not sure if it's dirty air or just that it's really hard to pass, but the leader has a huge advantage. So even if second place has a slightly faster car, it's very difficult to pass because the way this track is set up, just the turns aren't very wide. You can't really send it down the inside. It's very difficult to make a pass work, and that's why not many people have been able to challenge the race leader. Relatively quiet around the racetrack, not much battling for position going on, but this, I mean, the way that everybody is spread out, and someone could, in theory, go a lap down. People asking in chat if this is a Chevy-only race. Yep, only the Chevrolet Impala nationwide car of tomorrow is entered. Battle for second maybe starting to heat up as Jacob Corley is making his way back towards the front of the field. Jake Carter in second. Is he being run down? Not really. He's got about a 3-second gap. That's certainly not going to help it. He just overdrove turn 2, or turn 3. Coming to lap 42 of 165, and Benjamin Walker is continuing to lead away here at Thompson. Not much battling going around the racetrack. That's kind of what happens when you were supposed to have 11 people show up, and then only 5 did, and 1 got disqualified. Although this is definitely a situation to watch out for because Shannon Carter right now is about 16.8 seconds behind the leader, now 17.3. And eventually, that is going to turn into lap traffic. And that could pose an issue for our race leader. They're coming much closer together now than they were before. We'll see how this situation develops. Very spread out race right now, but that might not be for long. Luke Breitschoff, if you're listening to the broadcast right now, if there is an incident, I ask to bring out a caution so we can bunch the field up again. Sorry, I mean only if there is a fair incident. Definitely don't bring out cautions for single car spins that probably shouldn't trigger a caution. Wink, wink, wink. Carter continuing to be reeled in by the 27 of Benjamin Walker. Looks like they have picked up the pace a little bit since we last checked in on him. But Benjamin Walker right now tearing up the racetrack in first. He has a pretty clean car too. He might have gotten his car repaired from that little bit of right side damage that he had. Down the back straightaway once again. Pretty boring race right now. I'm sure it'll pick up once something happens, but we just gotta wait for that to happen. Carter pulling off and out of the way down the front straightaway, not wanting to pose an issue to the race leader. Second place, Jake Carter continuing to fall back. The gap between the top two is 3.6 seconds. Not much of a challenge right now to Benjamin Walker as he continues to pull away. One second, I just gotta readjust the... There we go. I just had to readjust the way the ticker is looking on my screen. Now a 5.6 second gap between the top two, as Shannon Carter gets into the outside wall. Luke Breitschoff, if you're listening, I am asking you to look for any excuse to bring out a caution. I mean, bring out a very fair caution. Blake Mcgilvery gonna be the second car to go a lap down in just a moment, as Benjamin Walker continues to fly away from the field. I think at some point these drivers will have to make green flag pit stops, so that might shake things up a little bit. But as of right now, we are just waiting on some action to happen. Next month, I'm going to try and run a more fun card track combo. I might not use base content again, because I feel like that's kind of limiting my options. Because I think that if I pick a more fun card track combo, more people will want to show up. Maybe something at North Wilkesboro. Maybe something like trucks at Wilkesboro. I don't know. That could be fun. The gap between the top two continues to extend. Right now, 5.5 seconds. Shannon Carter about to get passed by Jacob Corley, third place on the racetrack. I mean, it's a short track race, so things can only stay so boring for so long, hopefully. Carter about to get passed once again, staying on the inside and not posing an issue to Jacob Corley in the number 6. Alright, we're gonna have chat vote on this. Chat, if you're listening, how would you all feel about a very legitimate competition caution around lap 70? Give me your thoughts. Yeah, we might have to invent a yellow flag. We might have to do that. The leader closing up on Blake Mcgilvery. Remember before the race, Benjamin Walker talked about how Mcgilvery was going to be one of his biggest threats in the race. Well, that has definitely not transpired the way he had hoped. All right, lots of people asking for a competition caution. We might just have to make that happen. Oh, car in the wall. That might bring it out. Carter got into the outside wall. That might bring out a caution. Will that trigger a yellow flag? I don't know. Will it? It might. It might. No. All right. No caution. Next car to go a lap down will be Blake Mcgilvery in the number 20. I mean, props to Benjamin Walker. He has just been flying away from the field. All right, confirmation from race control. We will have a competition caution coming on lap 70. If a caution comes out around that time naturally, then that will also count as the competition yellow. All right, we got a lap car. Maybe this will spice things up. Nope, not at all. That didn't spice things up at all. Hey, we just got to make it to the competition yellow. That's all we got to do. And then we'll have a great race, hopefully. Although, is this green flag pit stops? Shannon Carter has just brought their machine into the pits. Could this mean green flag pit stops? Oh, that might make things interesting. Or they're just going to disconnect from the race. That might also be it. Benjamin Walker not going to bring it into the pits. Right now on lap 63 of 165. Carter staying out of the pits. Yeah, there could be green flag pit stops. Walker elects not to come in. These guys last pitted around lap 20. Yep, does look like there are going to be any green flag pit stops. Shannon Carter is back out on the racetrack, though. With these fresh tires, it's probably going to be much faster than the drivers around him. You can see they're just going to drive around the outside. Nobody else coming into the pits yet. Carter locking up, going into 3. Yeah, lots of drivers starting to lock up here. I don't know if that was Blake Mcgilvery trying to get into the pits. But the one driver who has not locked up or really made any mistakes at all is, of course, your race leader. So, Benjamin Walker, you're putting on an incredible performance, but man, you've made this race so boring. You can see, though, he's starting to get a little bit loose into the turns. Mcgilvery going wide. Competition caution coming in just another 3 laps. We'll put on a better race in a few weeks. I've got some ideas for what race we can do. Might be North Wilkesboro. Wilkesboro's a good track. Oh wait, do we have a battle? Nope, that's not a battle. Oh dear, Shannon Carter nearly taking out Jacob Corley. Nope, Jake Carter. That's who it is. I could not think of it. There's like multiple J's, okay? Leave me alone, I'm trying. Carter going around the 5. Lap 70 has just been completed, which means we have a competition caution, hopefully.
Thank you.
I might have unmuted. That's not it. Alright, so when Jacob Corley completes the lap, we will have the competition caution.
The yellow flag is
There
out.
we go. We have the competition caution in order to make this race a little bit more watchable. Sorry that it's been kind of boring so far, but this should be able to spice some things up. There is your race leader, Benjamin Walker, who has just been flying away from the field. And he will be coming into the pits. I think most drivers will be. Jake Carter, second place on the track. He's been able to hold that spot most of the time. Comes in as well. Will anybody try and stay out? Jacob Corley isn't coming into the pits. Is he going to try and stay out? Ooh, this could be an interesting strategy. He might just come in this lap, though. Alright, Corley slowing down. He's not coming into the pits. Is Jacob Corley going to try and stay out on the restart? Oh, that is an interesting strategy. Did he already pit and I just missed it? I don't know. Huh. Well, it looks like Jacob Corley is going to try and stay out for the restart, try and get that track position. That, that's gonna spice this up a little bit because Benjamin Walker, he does have tires, so he is going to be much faster on the restart. Yeah, it doesn't look like Jacob Corley's bringing it in, so, interesting. We'll see how this pans out. Lights are still on top of the pace truck, so we will be going green probably next time. The Xfinity race is starting in a few minutes. That's probably more entertaining than this, but whatever. Trust me, guys, next month I'm going to put on a much better event. I think next month I might not use base content, though, just because that's kind of limiting my options. Yeah, I might do, like... Chat, you can let me know what you think about this, but I'm thinking, like, trucks at Wilkesboro or something. Just a thought. Maybe something like Spa. Something completely stupid, like super late models at Spa. So there are your top two for the restart. Jacob Corley stayed out under the yellow flag and will be restarting as your race leader. Charles B. TV, my Larry Mack trends tell me that this strategy is not
going green. Not going green.
Oh, never mind. The start has been waved off. Not sure what that was for. Looks like we might be trying to put Shannon Carter back on the lead lap. All right, that is what we're trying to do. Cool. Yeah, Charles, I gotta say, I think you're right about this. I don't know if staying out under caution is necessarily the best strategy, but you know what? It might work.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Oh, never mind, lights are still on the pace car. So I think we're trying to get everybody on the lead lap.
Back up, so we can land by.
I'm trying to mute voice chat. Maybe I can just... There we go. Sorry, I don't want to have voice chat on this stream. So there are your top four with Shannon Carter coming to join them. Now that everyone's on the lead lap, hopefully we'll be in for a little bit of a better race. Pretty good camera angle. Okay, this is just TV. Alright, now we're gonna be going green, I think. Lights are out on the base truck. Let's do it. Jacob Corley, gonna be your race leader, but I have a feeling this isn't gonna work. Fastest car on the track, Benjamin Walker, will have to restart from second position on the outside lane. I don't know, I mean, if you're Jake Carter, you gotta be pretty nervous about this. Pace truck has gone down pit road. Jacob Corley, your race leader on
green
old
flag.
tires, will lead us back to green. But I have a feeling this is going to go horribly wrong for him as Benjamin Walker takes back the lead going to turn 1. 3 wide behind. Jake Carter around the outside, able to get into second. Back underway here at the short track shootout. And Blake Mcgilvery stops on track and comes into the pits. That's interesting. Meanwhile, back up front, Jake Carter in second, maybe going to try and make a run at the lead. Nope, never mind, he's going to spin down the back straightaway. Car around, Jake Carter. Will that bring out the caution? Please do. Because the second place driver has just gone around and is slow on the back straightaway. Did I mention that he's slow on the back straightaway? I think he's still slow on the back straightaway. I have a feeling we're in for a very similar run than we had before. So we'll cut to a replay here and see what happened. So I think it's pretty simple here. Carter trying to push to get to the race lead and loops it down the back straightaway, but it did not bring out the caution, unfortunately. Back live. Side by side for position, Jacob Corley and Shannon Carter racing for second as Benjamin Walker, no surprise, is getting away at the front of the field. Nearly contact between them. Remember, Jacob Corley led a good portion of the race. Okay, Shannon Carter's locking up again. Remember, Jacob Corley led a good portion of the race earlier on, but ever since he lost the lead, he has just not been able to get it back as Benjamin Walker is flying away at the front once again. This battle for second kind of continuing with Shannon Carter still putting pressure on the number 6 and sending it down the inside. Bit of a bump and run. Into the outside wall goes Jacob Corley. Uh-oh. Shannon Carter, you want to chill out a little bit? What are they doing? Well, I guess we'll call that a bump and run. I don't really know. I mean, it was an attempt at a bump and run. It just didn't really work out. And Benjamin Walker said, Dude, do you ever make mistakes? Like, or are you just like perfect? I don't get it. I don't get this. How do you do this? Travis Breitschoff giving Shannon Carter a warning in the chat. And into the outside wall once again goes Shannon Carter. Will that bring out the caution? Into the outside wall again. What are you doing?
The yellow flag is out.
We have a caution! This is why you need more than 5 people in a race. Okay, I don't know what Shannon Carter's doing, but if you're listening, you gotta chill out on the braking because you are locking up going in at basically every turn. But the caution is out. I'm gonna ask the drivers, if you are gonna pit, wait until the field is bunched up first. So that is my humble request to the drivers. If you're gonna pit, wait until everybody's bunched up. You gotta make pit sequences exciting. I got a race to make entertaining. All right, into the pits goes Benjamin Walker, followed very far behind by Jacob Corley, who has quite a lot of rear end damage. We'll take a look at a replay of what happened, because Jacob Corley just got slammed into the outside wall. We'll go back a little bit. I think it was the lap before. Nope, lap before. Lap before. Yep, here we go. So down the back straightaway battle for position. Shannon Carter just sends it in way too deep. Gets into the 6, and into the wall he goes. Didn't give him too much damage, though, and it is a short track, so, you know, damage isn't that crucial. Benjamin Walker wins the race off pit road with his completely perfect car. Jake Carter staying... Jake Carter staying out of the racetrack. This might not be good. I mean, hey, he's got a bounty to go for. Those 15 extra points could help him in Connor's late model series, so... I'm guessing most drivers who are a lap down are going to get waved around. So under caution here at the Thompson Speedway Motorsports Park. This race should serve as a really good example of why you need more than 5 cars in a race. Jake Carter into the pits. He is the driver going for the bounty tonight. Lights are on the pace truck. Jake and Corley getting waved around the pace truck. Alright, next month I'm going to put on a much better race, and I think we're going to get some drivers because I'm going to put on an actually fun kart track competition. This one was alright, and I think if we had more drivers, it would be better. But I think next month, and hear me out here, trucks at North Wilkesboro. Just an idea. My microphone is falling apart. Oh, there it goes. Actually, this is easier. Okay, my microphone has like a stand on it, but it's like screwed on, and the screw isn't very tight. But now it's just off, so I'm just holding like a ball of microphone. But you know what? It works. All right, lights are out of the pace truck, so we're going to go back. Oh, never mind, we are not going to go back green this time by. Maybe I can do like trucks at Daytona or something. I don't really know. Something with trucks. Trucks are fun. Because it's truck month. Trucks at Spa? You know! Alright, I don't know if we're gonna go back green this time by. Lights are out on the pace truck, and I think everybody is on the lead lap. So I think we will. We'll see if this restart spices up anything. Benjamin Walker on pole. As we come to the green, there he goes! And once again, he's pulling away. Man, he's pulling away on the restarts, like not even like a lap into the run. And he's already gone. Alright, maybe we can have some fun battling for a second here. Shannon Carter currently in that second spot, but Jake Corley on the outside! Crash into the outside wall they go. One car locking up as they go into 3. Shannon Carter once again having some issues on the racetrack. Not sure if that's going to warrant a penalty. Trucks at Le Mans? Charles, you have interesting ideas. Benjamin Walker leading away here at Thompson. Let's take a look at what happened between Shannon Carter and Jacob Corley. So right here going down the back, Corley has a run on the outside, Shannon Carter's on the inside, and I don't know what that was about. Shannon Carter just looks like they took a right. Well, that's questionable. Carter has been given a drive-through penalty at the discretion of race control. We'll go back live. Alright, back live here at Thompson. Once again, Benjamin Walker is just too good for everybody else and is flying away at the run of the field. So do you guys think that Benjamin Walker ever makes mistakes? Like, or does he just drive in perfect circles all the time? Now, you got to feel for Jacob Corley, though. He got the pole, and then ever since his run-ins with Shannon Carter, just has not really been able to get back up there. You know, I bet if we got Corley back up to the lead, I bet he could try and run away with it. Just really has not had a break ever since. Blake Mcgilvery has worked his way up into third. I mean, we saw in practice, Blake Mcgilvery was only about a 10th off of Benjamin Walker's time. And I want to see if he can get up there and challenge for the lead. I don't really know what's happened to him throughout the race, but I think he's got a shot at it. Oh, never mind, because Jacob Corley just went around him on the inside. I did not see that coming. He slid up in front of the 20. He was not able to make the pass stick, though. And up front, who is surprised by this? I sure hope it's nobody, because Benjamin Walker is just flying away from the field. This should not be a surprise to anyone. Jake Carter pretty close in second. He just needs that one extra spot in order to claim the bounty. And he nearly spins going down the front straightaway. Coming into just 60 laps to go, this race starting to wind down as Shannon Carter continuing to have issues in the back of the field. This battle is for third, and pretty entertaining, actually. Jacob Corley and Blake Mcgilvery going at it. Corley tends to take the inside. Mcgilvery is able to hold on the outside, side by side down the front straightaway, but no contact. No battle for the lead exists. Jake Carter still in second by 6.5 seconds. But Shannon Carter's about to go a lap down. Okay, we might have something interesting here. Benjamin Walker gaining on the first car to go one lap down. We'll see if Carter puts up more of a fight this time. Nope. Nope. Battle for third. Jacob Corley and Blake Mcgilvery still battling it out, but just about 3/10 between them. Corley not really able to make a run on him. Mcgilvery goes wide. That's going to let Corley go down the inside, side by side down the back straightaway. We might see our first pass in like 10 laps. No, we won't. Never mind. Yeah, I'm going to do something more fun next month. This battle was pretty close, though. Just a few tenths between them. Mcgilvery and Corley still going at it for third. Mcgilvery locks up and gets into the wall. Corley down the inside. Cannot make the run. Oh, into the wall goes Jake Corley. Slow on the front straightaway, but does not spin around. That will not bring out the caution. Benjamin Walker about to put Jacob Corley and Blake Mcgilvery a lap down as well. Those two continue to battle. I wonder if they're going to pave the way for him, or if they're going to hold him up a little bit more. Now only a second, now about a second between them. Corley gaining again on Blake Mcgilvery. I think it's pretty clear that Jacob Corley has a pretty fast car here. Benjamin Walker has just set another fastest lap of the race at a 29.59. That's going to be your first time inside the 20s. Walker has been putting on an absolute show tonight. Just 50 laps to go here at Thompson, and I reckon if this race was a little more exciting, it would go by a little bit quicker. That does not seem to be the case. Just 3/10 though between the drivers battling for third, and it is right in front of the leader. So this is where I think we might see some exciting happen. Some exciting happen. I can English good. Oh, into the wall goes the 20 of Blake Mcgilvery, leaving an avenue for Jacob Corley to go down the inside. He'll take it, and into third goes Jacob Corley. I don't think Mcgilvery's done yet, though. Blake Mcgilvery has now been caught by race leader Benjamin Walker. Let's see if Walker is able to have an easy time at putting him a lap down. Walker going to the outside, but getting held up from the inside. Nearly a little bit of contact, but Walker is going to make it by unscathed. Luke Brightshoff asking for a competition yellow with 20 to go. Sure. Alright, another stupid rule. We're going to have a competition caution on lap 146 of 165. Oh, and if anybody knows how to get more people to show up to an iRacing race, please tell me. I think that if we had more people, honestly, this race could be really fun, just not enough people showed up. I mean, we had like 11 enter. Just nobody actually showed up. Meanwhile, next car to go a lap down is going to be Jacob Corley. Might be able to fight back on the outside. No, he won't. The only drivers left on the lead lap now is second place and the race leader. So that should give you an idea of how dominant Benjamin Walker has been. Oh, I'd like to apologize to everybody because this race is not as exciting as I hoped it would be. I think this race would have been better, but not enough people showed up. So there you go. I'll put on something better for next time. I mean, at this point, Benjamin Walker just has such a margin of error. He could, like, spin out, like, twice, keep it going, and still be in front of Jay Carter. Although I will say, I mean, he's not completely safe, because I do think that Benjamin Walker may have used up his fast repair earlier on in the race. So there might be something there if he gets in a wreck. Yep, basically the story of the night. Nobody has been able to challenge Benjamin Walker other than a little bit of a battle at the beginning of the race, but ever since then, Benjamin Walker has been flying away. That's why we have a competition yellow on lap 20, or with 20 laps to go. But remember, when we do get that competition yellow, there is a prize on the line. 30 iRacing credits to whoever is able to cross the line first. So there's definitely incentive to go. Shannon Carter in the pits. They're going to pull out on the back straightaway. with fresh tires. Maybe they'll be able to make something a little interesting happen here. Oh, they're gonna spin! Oh, and nearly take out Jake Carter. Oh dear, that's not good. That's really not good. I don't know if any penalties are going to come of that, because coming out onto the racetrack like that is just not something you do. Yep, black flag to Shannon Carter. Not sure if it's going to be a disqualification. I can't imagine it would be. Into the pits goes the 84. That's definitely not going to help Jake Carter, though. Well, the whole field's kind of going to get a reset, though, because there will be a competition yellow with 20 to go, so. I've just taken off my headphones. I don't think they're that important, honestly. I don't need to listen to the engine noises. Alright, boys. Lap 131 of 165. This is my promise. Next month we'll have a better race. Benjamin Walker continuing to get away at the front of the field. Luke Breithoff, I would like you to relay a message to these drivers. On the restart for the competition caution, I would like everybody to wait until the green flag to go. If the race leader or second place goes before then, they will have to serve a drive-through penalty. I would like that message relayed. In more Benjamin Walker news, he is about to put Jake Carter a lap down, who is in second place. The entire field is about to go a lap down. But welcome to the TMG short track shootout. It was supposed to be fun, it is no longer fun. But hey, this is a bit of a throwback to the beginning of the race. There was a bit of a battle between these two. It didn't happen for long because clearly Benjamin Walker is just the fastest driver in the entire field. He's getting held up here. Granted, it doesn't matter if he gets held up. There's literally no one to catch him. He can just stop on track for a lap. Alright, there he goes to the inside. Finally going to try and put Carter a lap down, but actually, he's having a little bit of trouble with it because Carter is able to hold on. But again, it doesn't really matter because nobody is in second place to be able to catch him. The driver in second place is about to go a lap down, so it doesn't really matter if he gets out. I mean, we saw last time, when Benjamin Walker was faster than the driver in front, he was trying to get around him. He wasn't really acting like his usual self. He was getting into the wall quite a bit, had a lot of incidents. Will that happen again? Yeah, he gets into the wall right there. Could this be trouble? Probably won't be, but, you know, getting closer to that competition caution, which will hopefully spice up the action here at Thompson. Or not. It might just keep everything the same. But once again, for the restart, after the competition caution, I am asking all drivers to go on green. No sooner or later. When the green flag is displayed, go. That is the message from the race admin. Luke Breithoff, if you are here, relay that message to me. Yes, he already did. Okay, good. Getting closer to that competition caution, Benjamin Walker has still not been able to put Carter a lap down. Lap 140 of 165. 5 laps, that will be the competition yellow, at which point the field will get reset and we'll go restarting for another 10 laps. This time, Walker trying to get around the outside of Jake Carter, but can't. He's got to run down the back straightaway. Carter going to defend and pulls over. That was your shot, man. Well, the entire field is now a lap down. This is why the competition caution is needed. As per usual, oh yeah, as per usual, everybody who is a lap down will be put back on the lead lap, but not 8 laps down. So Luke, if you're listening, Shannon Carter is going to stay 8 laps down. Only drivers who are 1 lap. Well, I guess to make it fair, everybody gets 1 lap back. So let me put my headphones back on. At the 144 of 165. Alright, coming around this time by, the competition caution will be thrown. Benjamin Walker is going to lead to the competition caution. So there it is. Competition caution has flown. Well, in a minute, it will. I don't really know how this is being scored by Luke.
Caution, yellow flag.
It'll fly in a second. It's kind of good. And once again, well, actually, it doesn't matter if we're pitting, so. Alright, there we go. Lights are out on the pace truck. Competition caution has flown. Into the pits goes the 27 of Benjamin Walker. It really does not matter what he does. Again, he is a lap ahead of the field. I'm guessing it's going to be 4 tires. Am I right? I'm probably right. Alright, 4 tires and Benjamin Walker is away. Actually, did he take 4? I don't know. I don't think it matters. He's going to win anyways. Everybody has now been... Well, actually, no. They're going to get put back on the lead lap in a minute. Out of the pits goes Jacob Corley. So after this, it'll be just about a 15-lap shootout, get it, like the short track shootout, to determine the winner of the race and who gets 30 iRacing credits. Race leader Benjamin Walker will lead them back to green on green. Once again, if that is not complied with, there will be a black flag given. Lights are out of the pace truck, but I'm not sure if we will go back green this time by. I think everybody's back on the lead lap at this point, so I think we will. Once again, these drivers must go on green, no sooner, no later. Jake Carter in second, probably going to pull up alongside the 27 in just a minute here.
Hang on, we're not going green.
Been waved off.
Going green.
Because there's still some drivers who need to get their lap back. Alright, we'll see if they're going to go back green this time by Jacob Corley in second, Carter in third. Not sure why they're not lining up double file. This truck goes down pit road. Guess we're going to do this single file.
Green flag, green flag.
There they go. Back to green. I don't know why that restart was so unorganized. What happened? Somebody who knows more than me, please tell me what happened on that restart, because that was really unorganized. The third place driver was not lined up correctly at all. Anyways, for second, Jacob Corley gets around. Well, actually, that's not even transition. What happened on that restart, though? Because that was not supposed to be that unorganized. Well, guys, coming into the last 10 laps of the race, I bet you all know what's going to happen. I mean, hey, Corley's been able to stay within a second, so he might be able to run down Benjamin Walker, but I don't think he will. I've just got a feeling he won't. You see the gap getting bigger. Any word on what happened? Alright. So, weird restart, but alright. Coming to 10 to go. Oh, we got a car stopped on the infield. Blake Mcgilvery. That probably should trigger a caution. I don't know what happened. He's going to pull it off into the pits. We'll take a look at a replay right now, but that does not bring out the yellow flag. Alright, here's a replay. I don't know why this was deemed not a what? Well, I don't know why that was deemed not a caution, but it looks like Blake Mcgilvery just locked up going into 3. But alright. In other news, Blake Mcgilvery is disconnected from the race, so yeah, there goes another jump. Benjamin Walker has led basically every lap there is to lead except for a little bit at the beginning. He is going to come around to 15 to go pretty soon. This has basically gone entirely his way. The only car to go a lap down is going to be Jake Carter. Carter was in pursuit of the bounty for Connor's late model touring series, but he will not be able to get that tonight. Unless like a miracle happens. Nah. $15 to go. All Benjamin Walker at the front of the field. Well, for a brief moment there at the start, I think we thought this was going to be an entertaining race. And it went all downhill. MTX, you were completely right. I'm gonna pick some better cars next time. Oh shoot, the race is almost over. I didn't even notice. I think we're on 2 to go at this point, or we will come to 2 to go this time by Benjamin Walker. I mean, as much as this race has been boring, there's not really much we could do. Benjamin Walker has been so dominant today. He deserves the win. He does have a lap car, though. Alright, coming around to the white, or I think we're coming around to the white flag, this time by Benjamin Walker has put on an absolute clinic. Nobody could stop him, even on the restarts. Okay, I think we'll come around. So now we have 2 to go. 2 to go this time by. Benjamin Walker has been absolutely unstoppable. And I think he is going to come around to collect the white flag this time by. Scoring is a little bit off, so I'll just go ahead and turn it off. White flag in the air. 1 lap to go for Benjamin Walker. Well, actually, never mind. Race is over. I didn't even notice. Race is over. Benjamin Walker has won in the 27 Ream Menards Chevrolet Impala. He will be receiving the 30 iRacing credits soon. Normally I would open this up to protest, but I don't even know what you could possibly protest. Race over. Benjamin Walker is your winner of the 2020 TMG Short Track Shootout. He's going to try and burn it down, but almost wrecks on the front straightaway. Alright, here we go. Benjamin Walker has won the Short Track Shootout after dominating. I'm going to guess he led 130 laps. That's just going to be my guess. Jake Carter in pursuit of Connor's Late Model Touring Series bounty comes home in 3rd, 8 seconds back to the leader. He was not able to collect the bounty tonight. Benjamin Walker has absolutely deserved this win. Still burning it down at the run straight away. So, Benjamin, you will receive your 30 iRacing credits soon. Okay, what is going on? What is happening? Next! Okay, I don't know what that was. I went like, next time, but whatever. Next time, we will be probably racing the trucks at North Wilkesboro. That should be a much better race than this. More stuff that's happening. What else is happening? There's a lot of stuff happening. On Monday, that will be race 3 of the TMG Summer Series from Circuit of the Americas. I don't really know what's going on with the burnouts anymore, so I'm just going to cut to a scenic view. That'll be race 3 of the TMG Summer Series from the Circuit of the Americas. I hope you enjoyed tonight's race. I know you didn't. And I will see you all next time. Goodbye.